Welcome to Excel at Excel. In this video, I'll be showing you how to use the VLOOKUP function. The syntax for VLOOKUP is equals VLOOKUP, and then it'll ask you for the lookup value, the table array, the column index number, and the range lookup. In this example, I'm going to show you how to use the VLOOKUP function. Now, the VLOOKUP is something that people shy away from because it's a slightly bigger formula, and if you make mistakes, it can be quite hard to ascertain as to where you've gone wrong. But if you follow these simple steps, it will make it very easy for you. So let's start as we mean to go on. So we've got a table here with 3 columns depicting the name of the employee, the years of service, and their salary. So this could be on a separate sheet if you wanted it to be, and more likely than not it will be, but I'm just showing you on this video on the same sheet so you know what's going on. So what a VLOOKUP does, it will reference a cell, which is the cell here we've got highlighted in yellow, so we can type in some information and it will give us a result depending on what we tell it to do. So we're going to type in equals VLOOKUP, open parenthesis. So now it's going to ask us for a lookup value. So it's going to look in a certain place that we tell it to look. So we're going to tell it to look in this cell here because we're always going to type the information into that cell, a bit like a search bar. So we're going to absolutely reference that because we don't want that to change. We always want it to look in that cell. So now we put a comma, and now it's asking for the table array. So it's just asking where's the data. So the data is here. So we are going to absolute reference that as well, because that's always where the data is going to be. And then we put a comma. So now it's asking us if we find whatever text you put in here in this table, what result do you want? So actually, we've got it labeled here as salary. So actually the column index number is 1, 2, 3. So it's the third column. So we're going to type in 3 because that's a result we want in this cell here when we type in a name in that cell there. So then we put a comma, and now it's going to say, do you want a approximate match? So is it approximately John Barnes? No, we want it to be an exact match. So we type false, or you can just click exact match. Then you close the parenthesis. So what we've done is we've absolute referenced this cell here. Okay, because that is the lookup value. That's what we always wanted to look at. That's our search bar. Here is the table array, so that's this table of data here, and that's absolute reference. That's not going to move. That's always where the data is. What result do we want? So the column index number is going to be number 3 because it's salary. We want to know that person's salary. And then it's false because it's an exact match. We hit enter. Now you come across an error which says NA. Well, the reason that is NA because there's nothing in this cell. It's looking in this cell here, this yellow cell, for a name. So if we type in John Barnes, it should come up with a salary of £10,000. And there we have it. So 10,000, just change that to the finance. And there we have it. So then again, you could copy and paste or type in Harry Shakespeare into the cell, and it will come up with his salary of 43,000. So VLOOKUP's a very good way of searching for somebody quickly if you've got another sheet or another workbook with a lot of data in, and you can reference that information and get it to you quickly. You could do this for multiple columns by simply just copying the VLOOKUP into different cells and choosing a different column index. And that way you can easily search for someone and get all the data you need on them straight away. So that's the VLOOKUP function.